Birmingham, Britain's second capital, isn't it? And my wife was from here. Is it true you're posh here? Is it? I thought I'd better impress her. I took her for a meal. I said, do you like scampi? She said, I like all those Disney films. She's a lovely girl. She's a lazy sod. You know, we never had a clean plate after the dog died. And I've just driven down that motorway. Hey, Bob, what was that motorway like? Terrible. And you know, they have traffic control. They have these chevrons, don't they? Have you seen those chevrons to slow people down? Keep two chevrons apart. Have you ever tried that when the car in front's a Saab Turbo and you're in a Robin Reliant? And I've started doing stupid things because I get too much travelling. I get bored, so I've started picking hitchhikers up. I picked one up on Halloween night. There was a girl, she had all the job on, the witch's outfit, the lot. I said, are you going to a fancy dress party? She said, no, I'm a real witch. I'm going to a coven meeting. I said, don't be daft, there's no such thing as real witches. She said, really? She put her hand on my knee, I turned into a lay-by. And it's kids what get me. These kids, they're cheeky beggars, aren't they? Hey? They give you a cheek, they answer you back, and what job do we give them? Shop assistant. I went in a shop the other day, I said, shows a cheap shirt. He said, look in that mirror, Baldy. And there's this Jamie Oliver's, he's opened an hornet's nest, hasn't he? All these kids are eating real food, chicken, vegetables, salads. I was painting my fence, and there was two kids behind, and I could hear them speaking, and this little girl said, I'm fed up with that Jamie Oliver. The little lad said, why? Said, my mother's giving me chicken all the time instead of turkey twizzles, and I think I'm turning into a chicken. Little lad said, why is that? She said, I'm growing feathers down there. The little lad said, yeah? Can you have a look? She said, of course you can. She showed him. He said, oh, I must be turning into a chicken. I've got feathers down there as well. She said, you've not, have you? Can I have a look at yours? He said, of course you can. And he showed her. She said, oh, you are. You've got a neck and some giblets. Aren't they good kids? My little grandson is great. I love my grandson. He's 7. I was in there the other day with him, watching the telly, watching the racing. The doorbell went. You know they'll pinch anything nowadays, won't they? I said, go and get the door, son. He went to the door. Come in, he said, Grandad, there's a fella at the door with a bald head. I said, tell him I've got one. He said, no, Grandad, he wants to see you. I went to the door, this fella said it. He said, good morning, do you believe in free speech? I said, of course I do. He said, can I use your phone? And I've done some cruising. Has anybody done any cruising? I've been on a cruise lately. I'll not tell the ship. They might be in, that's booking it. But God, the average age of the passengers must have been 85. Honest to God, I'll tell you how old they were. I was the only one on the ship with my own hips. And I'll tell you something, it was unbelievable. Elderly, friendly. They think of everything for the elderly. The portholes were bifocal. When you got back to your cabin, they turned your sheets back and they put little presents on your pillow. Now, P&O and all that, they put chocolates and little bottles of wine. Not this ship. They had dentifrics. And the cabin walls, it's so embarrassing. They must be that thin. There was an old couple in the next cabin. Honest to God, they must have been late 80s. And one morning they decided they were going to relive the first cruise. They were going to have the breakfast delivered to the cabin and eat it naked. I had the glass to the wall. And they must have been sat opposite each other naked. And I could hear the old girl. She said, by God, Tommy, lad, you sat there naked. You know, you're still a fine figure of a man. You're turning me on. All my bosoms are glowing warm. He said, I'm not surprised, love. One's in your porridge, one's in your coffee. And now I'm going to join the boys' brigade. The same one as Mick was in out of Ragwards. Do you remember the boys' brigade, lads? We used to wear hats like this.